Hey, it's Joe Amoia, the Ambassador for Love. And today I've got a video for you that you might not like. That's right, I'm telling you up front that you really might not like what you're going to hear. But I'm going to ask you to do this. I'm going to ask you to promise yourself that you're going to watch it through to the very end. Now, the reason that you're probably not going to like it, because I'm going to say some things that just might not resonate with you. And I find in my life that when I hear things which I know on some level are true, but I'm not ready to accept, it usually pushes my buttons. And there's been many times in my life where I've worked with a coach or mentor who's told me something that initially pissed me off. And I wanted to reach through the phone and actually strangle them. So I get that. If that's how you feel, I totally get it. But promise yourself this. Do yourself a favor and make a commitment to listen to the very end. One of the things I hear from women all the time is, I just want to know the truth. I just want someone to tell me the truth. Now, I grew up in a house full of women, so I know when you ask a question like that, what you're usually saying is, tell me what I want to hear. So when you're saying, how does my butt look in those jeans, these jeans, you're not really saying, tell me the truth. You want us to tell you that you look great no matter what, that you look awesome, right? See, I cracked this code. I know how you all work. But the key is that in order to have a happy and fulfilling relationship, you've got to start with the truth. You've got to get really and brutally honest, because one of the biggest mistakes I see that you're making out there is, you go on this internet site and you go on that internet site and you download this ebook and you read this book and you work with therapists, and you have all this information, all this knowledge, but you're still in the same frickin' boat, okay? Who cares? It's all about getting results. And if you're not getting the results, there's a reason why. And that's where you want to look. That's the truth. So this whole relationship thing is a lot easier than we're making it. I always say it's a lot like losing weight. Okay, if a person wants to lose weight and get in shape, there's only two freaking things that you need to do. You need to eat better and exercise regularly. That's it. So why is there 10 billion freaking books, and we've got an obesity epidemic in this country? Okay, that's what we want to talk about in this video, is the why, the reason behind. Now, you can go, no, that's not it. I just need this book. I just need this diet. I just need this man. I just need to wear my hair a certain way. I just need to know how to text a guy. All that bullshit that you're telling yourself. And you know what? You're going to be in the same boat 6 months, 6 years, 6 decades from now. So can we get real? Can we just stop? Now, I'm a little worked up because I'm so passionate about this stuff, is because I've been one of those persons for years, look for every answer. And I went to seminars and I went to retreats and I read books and I worked with coaches, mentors. You name it, I did it. Looking for the magic pill, looking for the answer, looking for the quote unquote truth. But I wasn't looking for the truth. I was looking for the answers that I wanted to hear, that I thought were going to give me the result. And see, that's the really cool thing about life, is that no matter what you do, if it's the wrong way, you're always going to run into an obstacle. And so that's how you know you're moving in the right direction, is things are going well. You see a change. You feel it inside. Because let's be honest, how many of those guys, how many of those crappy relationships where you said, but I love him, he's the one, he was so wonderful in the beginning, make you miserable? Don't light up your soul. Don't light up your heart. Okay, don't give you the things that you're consistently looking for in order for you to have the happy and fulfilling relationship that you truly desire. Here's the thing. You want to have a great relationship? 3 things. 3 things only. The first is get clear. Make a decision. Decide if you're going to spend the rest of your life with someone, what is it that you need in order for you to be happy and fulfilled? Because it really comes down to just that. And once you get clear, the second thing you need to do is only pursue guys who consistently show you that they can give you the things that you need in order for you to be happy and fulfilled. See, there's these great indicators inside called feelings, called emotions. It's called your intuition. And whenever something's off, we know it. So go back and look at your past marriage, your past relationships, all those guys where the chemistry was great in the beginning, but yet they treated you like dirt. And really see if that made you feel good. And the reality is it didn't. And that's okay, because that's how we learn. And so if a guy isn't consistently showing up and giving you the things that you need in order for you to be happy and fulfilled, he's simply not the right guy. And that leads you to the third thing. If a guy is not giving you the things that you consistently need, move on. Let him go. He's not the right one. But see, that's when the stuff comes up. But what if I never find somebody? But I believe he can do it because he did it 3 years ago in the very beginning when we started dating. But he's so busy. All the excuses, all the rationalizations you use. Maybe you're afraid of just moving on because you might feel you may never find somebody. You might feel you might not find somebody better. You're afraid of being on your own and financially, or how it's going to work on the whatever it may be. Okay, that's the stuff we need to deal with. That's the truth. So, I hear all the time, I want the truth. Well, this is the truth. If there's something going on, and it's been going on for a while, and there's a quote unquote pattern, it means that there's something you're doing unknowingly which is contributing to that. Now, you have a decision. You can blame, you can make excuses, you can just say how it's not your fault, it's all men, it's God's fault because, it's just not in the cards for you. Maybe it's not meant to be, it's timing, whatever it may be. You have some work to do, all these excuses. You can read more books, you can go on the internet for, 300 more years, but you're going to keep going round and round. See, the reason I'm so passionate about this is because I'm all about getting from point A to point B as quickly as possible. Okay? And sometimes that means that you got to jump in and you got to face some stuff. And here's the inherent problem, because it's a lot easier for us to run, right? It's a lot easier for us to avoid the things that we need to look at. But here's the question. How much is it actually costing you by avoiding those things? And I understand, because I understand human behavior really well. There's a part of us that doesn't want to go there because we have these huge fears. But what's really ironic? I've worked with many of my mentoring clients, where they had those fears, which have been running them for years. And within a couple of weeks, we were able to bust right through it. Okay? It's so much more painful by avoiding the truth than it is to deal with it. So I'm going to give you a little exercise. I'm going to give you a little homework. What I want you to do is I want you to take a good look in the mirror. Because see, you can't bullshit yourself, no matter how much you try. You may make excuses, but you know when something's off. But one of the things is that when you peer into your eyes and you look yourself deep into the depths of your soul and simply ask yourself this one question: is there something that I could be doing which is contributing to the results I'm not getting? And simply just sit with it, and you'll see. And for some of you, what you're going to know is that if you even attempt to do that, there's a part of you that's going to avoid it because you don't want to know the truth. See, once we detach from the truth, it's a lot easier to keep the game going. We can keep blaming men. We can go, no, it's just I need to read this book. I just need to watch this person's blog. Yeah, that's it. And we're going to keep going round and round. That's not what this is about. I said from day one, this isn't a site where it's all about just getting a guy. If you want a guy, there's plenty of sites and plenty of quote unquote experts and gurus out there who will tell you how to get a guy. But what good is getting another guy and being in another relationship if it's never going to give you the kind of experience that you really want? I so get that, because there was a time in life, my story. I was engaged to someone where I was miserable. And I stayed because I didn't want to accept the truth. Even though it was eating at my soul, even though I knew it, everybody around me knew it, I didn't want to accept it until I had to. But then once I did, and I simply dealt with it and I looked at it, that freed me up to make choices and decisions which helped me create the results I really want. So I keep on getting across that it's really not that difficult if you know what to do. But if you're going to keep running from the truth, unfortunately, you're never going to get the results that you want. Now, I know you can do it. I know you've got it. I know you've got it in you. The question is, do you? Well, I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to hear any comments and questions that you do have. Because again, we're here for you. It's my goal, my intention, why I'm here is to help you create that awesome relationship with a great guy. Even if you don't think it exists. Even if you think it's not in the cards for you. Because it doesn't matter what you think. It's what you do. And when you do the right things for the right reasons, that's when the magic shows up. I'll see you next time. Have a great week. God bless.